Yo, man, we are back with another unpopular opinion, and people gonna be mad, especially all these dropshippers out there, more or less the RA folks. But we gonna talk about it. Y'all might want to stick around for this one.
Selling on Amazon has absolutely changed our lives. You want to know something? We're going to help you guys get there too.
All these people are talking about wanting to sell you a lifestyle. We're here to sell you a life.
Yo, so what's up, guys? It's the Dropshipping Terminator. You know, me and my partner, the Dan Vas. We talk all about that e-commerce life, baby, all about that Amazon FBA, private label dropshipping, eBay, Shopify, all types of stuff, man. That sounds good to you. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, stick around for a little bit, get into the free Facebook group below because we drop all that e-commerce knowledge on you, baby. So for you regulars, you know what time it is? Today we got a doozy of sorts. One of these, this topic is gonna kick up a little controversy. People gonna get mad, but that's okay because, you know, we keep it real here, you know, and we're not dependent on other people and what they say because we make plenty of money without. So yeah, but let's go ahead, man. Let's talk about why drop shipping itself is not going to be enough. Drop ship all the things, you know. Everybody wants to be a drop shipper these days, right? Everybody want to be a drop shipper. Everybody want to make some money. Everybody think drop shipping is the end all. And in some cases, you know, you can continue to do this and be very successful for a number of years and make plenty of money doing so. But it's at scale, and most people don't have the capital or the credit to do it at a large enough scale, okay? So people need to realize that credit isn't just built upon you using your credit card all the time. You know, there's a lot of factors that go into place, like how successful your business is, if you have a W-2 job, all types of stuff, right? So people are looking at it like, you know, I'm gonna be a $5-10 million drop shipper. More than likely, you're probably not gonna be. So you gotta get that thought out of your head. But that's cool though, because, you know, everyone sees the big guys, the head honchos, the $2 million sellers every year, you know, doing those big numbers. But we gonna dive into that and tell you guys why drop shipping itself is not gonna be enough. Why we preach you need to have multiple streams of income, why having a job is not necessarily a bad thing, and why you should generally be trying to do 1,000,001 different things so that way you can be successful. Okay, and not just with e-commerce, guys, okay, not just with this whole dropshipping thing. I got a little slide set up, you know, my man Crispy behind the camera, he gonna hook you guys up, you know, so excuse me while I get these notes together. So we gonna talk about these numbers and why dropshipping itself is not gonna be the answer long term. Especially RA. We gonna talk about why that's not the answer long term. Okay, so we gonna break this down, right? Let's go by the numbers. You guys can see these little slides up. But so let's say you're doing 30,000 in sales, right? You know, you over there making money. You're like, yo, bro, I got a 10% margin between the front and back end. I'm getting about 5% on the front, you know, and then another 5% on the back end. You know, 10%. So you know, you're doing all right. Okay, doing all right. So you know, you're making some money. You know, you're making like $3,000 a month, right? You're doing about $36,000 a year. You know, you feeling yourself, feeling long, strong, real thick, chest all puffed out, right? Because you're doing $30,000 in sales. Well, let's go ahead and we're going to deflate that for you right now. So rebates, cashback credit cards, discounted gift cards, all that stuff. This is generally going to be a big makeup of your profit margins. You know, in some cases, 5%, if not more than that. So people are relying on these methods for more profit, which in itself isn't necessarily a bad thing. But when your entire business model kind of revolves around discounts and cash back, like you're pretty much shooting yourself in the foot. And in some cases, that's 50%. 50% of your margins are behind or on the back end. So if you take that away, let's say whatever reason you got to take that away, you're not even making that much money. You know, you're only doing 18,000, give or take. Now, these are all rough numbers, guys. You know, don't take this for fact right now, okay? You know, I ain't a freaking CPA or any of this stuff. But yeah. So, you know, you looking at like 50%. Guys, like, really? 50% of your money just up in smoke. That's not even to talk about VAs. We're gonna talk about VAs in a little bit and all the software and stuff. So now you're down to 18,000. You still got to pay taxes. You still have to pay taxes, guys. Like, it's a real thing. And if you're not set up as a business, like if you're using your personal bank account, personal PayPal, all that stuff, especially if you're on eBay, congratulations, you're subject to personal income tax, which is taxed at a higher rate than your typical business. You know, if you guys are an S Corp, you know, thanks to the man in charge, he has lowered that to a 15% flat tax for S Corps for small business. That's a huge difference between paying, you know, 25 to 30%, you know, of your personal income tax. You know, so guys, like that's a massive deal, especially if you're paying like 30% in taxes. You know, 15%, it's pretty good. 30%, pretty trash. You know, let's talk about the VAs and the software, because a lot of people don't go into detail with that, especially when they're doing RA. They usually have a team of VAs that's doing their listing, that's, you know, software that's handling all that for them, auto ordering and stuff like that. You know, and in some cases, this can be 10 to 25% of your actual profit margins, of your actual, you know, profit. Guys, like that's serious. That is a lot of money to be spent. And if you guys are, you know, swinging Johnson talking about you doing $30,000 a month in sales at like a 10% margin, like you're really not making that much money. You guys are really, like, straight up, you're really not, you know. And I hate to break it to people, but these are the breaks. So when you guys are looking, you know, at these big numbers, you know, from these lead coaches and all this other stuff, they're like, oh my God, I'm making so much money. No, you're selling a ton, but you're not really making that much money. Okay, like you're making almost as much as the average Walmart worker, a full-time, you know, Walmart worker who gets benefits and does a little bit of overtime. You guys are making the same amount of money, you know. So, like, yes, you're getting to work for yourself and all that, but they have a much more stable skill set. You know, I'd venture to say they're probably better off because they're going to be getting certain welfare breaks and things of that nature, whereas you probably won't. All right. So let's talk about why this is bad. You know, why is dropship all the things and these people not paying attention to that or misleading you guys? Why is that a bad thing? And that, with numbers like that, with profit margins that slim, you are just not going to be able to get into other ventures. You know, you guys are really going to be hamstrung. Your capital is going to be hamstrung. If you're only doing $36,000 in profit, and you still got to pay taxes on that, guys. You're still paying taxes. You're still paying for VAs. You're still paying for software. You're still paying all these things. You know, you might be left with $20-something thousand. You know, that's not enough to really get into real estate unless you're in a real cheap market, like, you know, I'm going to get into outside of PA, you know, back home. You know, I'm originally from the South, guys. So we all know the South is dirt cheap because, you know, people are kind of slow down there. But, you know, if you are not able to generate enough capital, you will never be able to move further in your journey, in your entrepreneurial journey. You know, and everyone thinks that drop shipping is kind of like the end all, like I'm the greatest drop shipper in the world. Cool, you could be the greatest drop shipper in the world, you know, but if you're not doing it at a scale that can sustain your lifestyle and get you into other ventures, you're kind of shooting yourselves in the foot. Most people are overly reliant on software, VAs, all of that stuff, you know, and it's not a good thing. It is not a good thing, not even a little bit, guys, because you're not learning the process. You're not really learning the business. You know, most people, if you were to go to them on, you know, let's say retail arbitrage, you know, especially, and be like, hey, look, I need you guys to you know, build me out a store and all this stuff, they wouldn't know how to do, you know, a lot of manual methods. Now, granted, people are talking about manual methods more and more. You know, big shout out to Sully. If you guys are looking to get into manual eBay drop shipping, you know, Ecom Tom is on the bandwagon. You know, he knows a lot. Also, you know, Success with Sully, you know, my man is like the originator of that space right now. You guys should definitely check him out. You guys obviously know we're all about manual methods over on Amazon. We tell you that all the time. We tell our students that all the time. Like, manual is just, you know, the way to go. Like, our method really can't be automated, so it's not like you could use software for that. I mean, I guess you could use VAs, but it's kind of a waste of time because you're not learning anything. But yeah, man, people are just relying on VAs and software, and you know, you're gonna spend a small fortune to have your VAs list every day, to have software running for you. I mean, you could be spending $1,000, $2,000 a month just in VAs and software. You know, and if your profit margins, you know, can't sustain that, you know, you're really not making much money. It's just stupid. You know, it's just stupid to think that, you know, drop ship all the things forever. You know, and you guys, we tell you this all the time. You need to be prepared to take the next step. When we say we're building an arc, not just for our students, but for all of you guys, like, we want you guys to become better, you know, more successful entrepreneurs than what you are currently. Okay, it's cool to start off at this level. You know, Drop shipping, low level, like if you guys are doing retail arbitrage, whatever, get it how you get it, baby. Get it how you get it. We don't care how you get it. Just get started. And if that is the lowest barrier to entry for you and you got to do that, fine, by all means, do it. But don't think that that's going to be the end game for you, okay? It's nice working for yourself. You know, it's nice having a business that you can call your own and you're not dependent on anyone else. But if you guys are ever trying to scale to the next level, you need to have capital. You need to have credit. And if you guys don't have either, you're kind of dead in the water, okay? And unfortunately, it takes money in this game to get to the next level. It does. You know, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and be like, yo, you guys can do $1 million in sales. And if you don't have baller credit, okay, like you just can't. You know, you literally can't. And unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast, okay? You know, a lot of people will be out there telling you, oh man, you guys can do $1 million, you know, 2 million, all this stuff. It's going to be very difficult for you guys because a lot of the time the margins are very slim when you're getting in a certain style. Like our method, the margins are higher, but it's a lot more work, okay? We tell you, I'm just going to tell you that, and we've been telling you that, like, if you're not trying to put in that work, please, please, please don't do our method because you're going to have a very terrible time. You're not going to want to continue. You know, if you're lazy, just know. Retail arbitrage is more your speed. You know, but for the retail arbitrage guys, you need to be careful, okay? You guys need to be, you know, very cognizant of how much money you're bringing in and how much money you're spending out. You know, we actually have a video talking about profit margins. Well, Dan's talking about it. It's just a couple videos back. You guys should check it out. You know, and when you're getting into this game and you're making money, it can feel like you're super empowered. Like, you know, you are the king, you know, the king or queen. Don't assume the gender, you know what I'm saying? Or the goldfish, whatever you want to identify as today, a dolphin, whatever, porpoise. You know, you don't want, you guys get sucked into that. Yo, I'm making money, I'm good, I'm feeling great. You know, nobody else has ever had this feeling, nobody else is making money like me. You fall into that trap and you just get complacent and continue just going through it. And that's just not the way to be, guys. Like, you need to look at the future, you know. And for some people, drop shipping is going to be it. That's going to be your thing. That's all you're ever going to want to do. But you should be looking at getting into private labeling, you know, especially private labeling, guys. That's a huge bulk of our business. You know, obviously wholesale as well. You know, doing FBA or drop shipping brands that are already established. You know, also on the Speed Circle website, you know, for the car shop. But yeah, guys, it gives you the opportunity to take your brand on or off of Amazon or eBay when you're getting into private labeling. A prime example of that is, you know, Snow teeth whitening, or you know, my baby carrier, the one I use for my daughter, the Mission Critical, you know, baby carrier thing is fantastic, right? They have a presence on Amazon, they have a presence off of Amazon. And if Amazon was to fall today, guess what? They still have their website. If their website was to fall, they still have Amazon. You know, that's something that you guys need to look into. You know, don't just stick to drop shipping thinking that's going to be the end all. You know, if you guys are ever trying to get to the next level, you know, you do need to start thinking about creating a brand, thinking about strategy, thinking about how to consume that particular market. Fernando Cruz from Seller Tradecraft, you guys, you know, should know him if you guys don't already. You know, he talks about cannibalizing the market. You know, great dude to follow, real knowledgeable about FBA. You know, just giving plenty of tips to us, you know, along the way. You know, you want to be the guy or gal that consumes that market. You find that product and you just take that market over with your product, with your brand. And if you guys are just drop shipping from Walmart, you're not taking over anything. You're just pushing product for Walmart, you know. So that doesn't give you the opportunity to ever really build a brand. It helps you make money, but you're not doing anything beyond that. And I'm not saying you guys can't be successful. I'm not. You know, you guys can be super successful. There's plenty of people that make tons of money, you know. But even Matt Gamble, guys, like, you know, he sells $1 million a month, you know, in some cases. And, you know, he's still doing private labeling. He's still doing wholesaling. You know, he's not just retail arbitrage. You know, he sees the writing on the wall. He knows, he's been in the game for years. You know, even with Tyler, you got, like, guys, like, you cannot rest on your laurels and think that dropship all the things is going to work forever, you know, at least in the retail arbitrage space. You know, you gotta be on the game. You gotta be on the ball and move forward. So yeah, man, if you guys, you know, felt some type of way about it, hey, you know, hate to break it to you, but that's just what it is. So I mean, make sure you guys stick around, because there's gonna be more videos like this, or not stick around. It just depends on how you guys feel about it. But yeah, so make sure you guys do the prereqs, man. Just, you know, like, comment, subscribe if you like this type of stuff. Get into the free Facebook group. I'm about to peace out. I'm gonna let you guys, you know, mold that over for a little bit. But yeah, so that being said, man, y'all be safe. You know, be smart out there. Don't get into trouble. Don't be doing things y'all ain't got no business. And if you do, you know, make sure you guys are protecting your necks. All right. So I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace out.